venue for this evening is the virtual Road Atlanta, built in 1970 and located in Graceville, Georgia. Road Atlanta is a 2.5 mile road course with a fast, rolling layout and dramatic elevation changes. The track features 12 shapes. Audio. I'm going to wait until I can hear myself, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Nothing.
Nothing?
We have been dealing with some technical issues so far, so we're just trying to figure everything out. I am very quiet. I can barely hear myself, if that helps you, Victor. We're testing a new system, and clearly it's not working. So we're just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, there we go. Should be a little bit better now.
I can hear myself really good now, but nobody can hear you.
Oh,
so I'm not going to commence until we can hear each other.
We'll try that and see what happens.
Ah, okay. Welcome, everybody. I don't know if anybody heard my wonderful intro. I don't know if anybody heard Victor's intro. We are getting close to the end of qualifying. Angel Ledsma on pole, newcomer by less than a tenth over Hector Alvarez. It's been a welcome to Road Atlanta, and I'm really sad because
Let's try that again. There we go. I think that was the problem, but we got to figure it out. So that is a bit of an issue, but that's okay. We should have it figured out now.
you're very quiet. They can't hear me.
Oh, well. We'll turn myself up a little bit, and we'll turn you up as well.
Oh, they can hear me now.
Yeah, there we go. Alrighty. Let's see, so that should fix the issue. Sorry about that, everybody. Yeah.
All right, let's try that again. couple of nuggets before we get rolling is Ethan Halsey stepped out of the car as of last week to run permanent race control. Jean McCluan got a 4-race suspension after essentially intent wrecking last week. And single file start, which is going to be interesting. As we can see, it is pitch black. Obviously, the cars have headlights, so we're going to be racing in the dark. There is no rain expected, so it's going to be a dry race. And we've got, let's see, a couple cars missing it. Tyler Crow, Caleb Aguilar, DJ Harris, Nelson Torres, Nicholas Rode. We are not going to have them in the race this evening. A couple programming notes on the Automotive Sports Network. We've got NASA Rallycross Supercars Saturday at Crandon, 2 p.m. Eastern. It'll be Bryan, Sawyer, and myself, Josh Mertz, for that. Sunday at Navarra, Futures and Lights, 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern. Ethan Halsey, Victor Vallee for those. The second of the Endurance Cup rounds. Contenders on Monday in Navarra, and our next round at the Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve and Montreal for round 4, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So I'm listening to the internal communications of Ethan Halsey and Bryan Coxen on them figuring out a single file start. There are 48 cars. We do not have time to go over everything. Apologies. We've been dealing, like I said, with some issues. But that's the top 10 of your grid. Angel Ledesma making his debut. Hector Alvarez, last week's winner. Corey Allen, Ruiz, Diltz, Clark, Corrido Ramos, Dolio Coxen. Top 10. We can pull from that as we are beginning to roll here in a minute. Here in Road Atlanta, we are waiting for Christian Aquendo, Morgan Smith, Miles Davis, couple cars to grid as the grid rolls through on the screen there. And still some issues in the back.
Yeah.
48 cars, still trying to figure everything out and function and everything of that
ATVO
sort.
does not too terribly care for about that, so I say sorry about that, everybody.
As with the capacity fields, like we had the issue last week, some growing pains. Hopefully we can figure these out as we wait to grid. Just a reminder, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network. Streams on Sunday, Monday, Thursday, Saturday, along with the shorts courtesy of Jess Rakowski. If you'd like to race, there's going to be a QR code on the graphic timing tower on the left. And we do, of course, cross-promote with TORQ and NASA, nasasimracing.com. Both great communities filled with people always looking to race. If my phone wasn't silent while I was sleeping at 3 a.m., I would see notifications from people racing at any time of the night. It's wild. We begin to roll in Road Atlanta, and I myself am interested to see how we're going to make this single file, Vic. I don't know how this is going to work.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's going to be some penalties that got to be cleared here, because that's going to be really interesting.
So the pace car's off. Angel Ledesma is going to lead us. Pace car's off. There's cars not even begun to roll yet. So green flag. Cars are just now getting to the chicane. Alvarez and Allen down to the first corner, trying to go side by side. 3 wide in the middle pack. Dan Carrillo makes a couple places up him to A from New York. Dylan Clark alongside Carlos Ramos. Ramos clears him into the second corner. O'Donnell to the inside of Ferretti. That is in the 11th position. No contact. Rafael Sosa battling with Miguel Guan in the 13th position. As we'll try and take a radio style if we have to, again with the technical issues that we're dealing with. The S's down the back straight away. Single file because of that start. One car backed up. Chris Wilkie, contact with Fozzie Fazzillo. Off the road goes Trevino. He recovers. Still single file through the S's as we do radio style. Apologies for that one. So we are single file through the field, one car around. At the back of the field is Jose Dolio in the 46th. That was from 9th position. Down the order now in the 46, down to going through the field from the top. Angel Ledesma leads Hector Alvarez. Alvarez car length between them down to the turn 10 chicane. Half a car length now. Corey Allen sneaking into the picture as well. Edgar Ruiz, Austin Diltz, the top 5. Ramos off the corner. Goodwin battling Dylan Clark over the crest of 11. Down the hill to turn 12. Double apex corner. First corner. Alvarez gaining on Ledesma in the 38. No move into the first corner. Morgan Smith battles Zach Trevino. That's the 32nd position. As once again, like we mentioned, the capacity field here in Road Atlanta. I'll say publicly, I'll just do my thing while you work in the background. Ledsma leads, Alvarez, Allen, Ruiz, Tilts, Clark, Ramos, Carrito, Coxen, Ferretti, the 10. That's Michael O'Dell, Delgado, Sandoval, Miguel Colon, Sosa, Ramirez, Arenz, Okendo, Schofield, Johnson. The top 20, and no big issues through the field so far. Unbelievably, except for Dolio, who spun on his own, it looked like in the S's, and exiting turn 7. Corvette of Angel Ledsma leads the McLaren of Hector Alvarez down the back straightaway, up the crest. Technically, turn 9 is a slight bend in this back straightaway. Then it goes down the hill to the turn 10. Chicane classified as 10A and 10B. 157 miles an hour, braking at the 100-meter board, down a couple gears. Make sure you ace the curb. And Alvarez got a run off of this complex the last time around, but the gap is 0.3 of a second from Ledsma to Alvarez. Corey Allen about 0.2 behind him. Allen got a better run. Car length between Alvarez and Allen down to the first corner. Allen cannot make anything happen. Ramos to the inside of Clark. This is for the 6th position. They're going to be side by side on corner exit. Clark hits the curb, no issue, and Ramos backs into turn number 2. Carrito, Coxen, Ferretti, O'Dell. We've got a snake of cars behind Dan Carrito, and I wonder if the move that he made on the first corner is resulting in him having a lot of traffic behind him. No issues through the field. As Jeff Cartwright and Dennis Crosby. Cartwright passes Crosby. That is for the 42nd position, as Armando Arenz passes Jose Ramirez in the 750. Michael O'Dell side by side with Rob Ferretti exiting turn 7, and now it's going to be Porsche versus Mustang, up the hill and down the hill. O'Dell takes the spot. Ferretti slipstreaming. Delgado, Sandoval, 4 cars under a blanket to the turn 10 chicane. Ricardo Delgado looks to the inside. Ferretti looked to the inside. Thought there was going to be 3 wide on the chicane. We were not. Ledsma still leads at the front of the field, 1 minute 18.961 to a 1 minute 19.0 the last 2 times around. Alvarez matched the lap time. Corey Allen 19.1, Ruiz 18.9, Diltz 19.1. Through the field, everyone pretty much matching lap times. Delgado to the inside of O'Dell again, clip the curb, no contact. And Rob Ferretti, called out by Ethan Halsey on race control. Not sure entirely why. And this train has gotten worse behind, I would say behind Carrito, but what happened to Dan Carrito? He's a little bit further up the road, so apologies on that one. So this battle with Ferretti, O'Dell, and Delgado has accordioned the field, concertinaed the field, if you will, together this is from 10th to, I would call it 20th. Wow, we've got 10 cars in a train. Zach Goddard in the 20th position. As Victor, I'm not sure. I think, let me unmute myself here. I'm still here, so you can continue to work on your stuff if you have to.
Yeah, we are still trying to figure this out a little bit. I think some of the CPU issues have to be resolved with a quick restart of the iRacing service, but that's not a big deal.
So, I will continue, like I said, to do my thing. Thanks for hanging with us here on the Automotive Sports Network through these growing pains that we have had. Like I've mentioned, the 48 cars with TORQ not helping us. Rob Ferretti to the inside, getting passed by several cars. He dropped from 14th to 18th. Huge run for Schofield in the 313. Schofield takes the spot. So Rob Ferretti drops to 19th position in front of Zachary Goddard in the 29. Up front, Ledsma has increased the gap to half a second. Corey Allen is all over the rear wing of Hector Alvarez in the 70 to the 75. I know we can't pull up a graphic for it, but just a reminder that Hector Alvarez, 73 points is your points leader. Corey Allen with 70. Manuel Sandoval with 68. Coxen 65. Parker Dime with 60. So Alvarez and Allen, this is the battle for the points lead, the battle for second, and Edgar Ruiz, Austin Diltz close behind on track for this race. And way down the order, well, 9th place isn't too far down the order, but comparatively to Alvarez and Allen, P9 for Bryan Coxen. And trying to find Manuel Sandoval, I don't believe that Sandoval, he is in this race, apologies, in 13th. So 3rd and 4th not having a good night so far, but the top 2 in points tentatively on the podium. And the car leading in the AM class, Rafael Sosa in 14th overall. Christian Oquendo to the inside. I'm not sure if it's Sosa that touched you. For the first corner, this is for the 14th position. I think I've said every single week it is terrifying to have a blinking car because you don't know where he's going to be. And sometimes if he pops back up on your feet and you guys are together, you're going to go for a wonderful flight. Ramirez going to walk through the corner. With Ramirez and Oquendo and Armando Lorenz, 2 cars behind him in the 17. As Ramirez looks to the inside again. To turn number 6. Ramirez tries to clear it. He does. Moving to the 13th, or sorry, the 12th position. Ron Peretti going with David Schofield. Looks like we're cutting out as my stuff is even suffering a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say we're having some issues, but it should hopefully resolve pretty soon. We're almost there.
My stuff is not having a good time either. So apologies for the quick silence here, but I'm going to try and get things fixed on my end because it is not good. Yeah, so my stuff's completely broken here too. So I think it's got to be the 48 cars. So yeah. I'm trying to rectify things on my end. Again, apologies for all of these
48 cars, 48 lights. It's pretty intensive on the CPUs, so a little bit of an issue, but we are working through that.
Just hang with us here for just a couple of moments as I'm going to unmute my internal stream. I think, are we okay? Brian Sawyer has just popped into the channel, so I don't know if everything's happening well at all here, Victor. So
I'm trying to figure out some stuff here.
ahead of Hector Alvarez, ahead of Corey Allen. It is a healthy gap back to Edgar Ruiz through the field. We have had numerous incidents. Alvarez, Ledesma had an issue through turn 1. Alvarez, Ledesma, and Allen now. Alvarez to the lead. Ledesma in second. Car length between them. It is less than 2/10. Allen in third. Christian Oquendo moves up ahead of Jesse Coffey as Dan Carrito pits in the 320. He begins to drop down the order. Now, will Ledesma be able to respond to Hector Alvarez through this issue? Lapped car Caleb Aguilar in apparently 49th. I don't know if he was allowed to grid or not, but Alvarez, Ledesma, Allen lead past the lapped car. Less than a car length for Allen on Ledesma, gaining, bump drafting nearly into the turn 10 chicane. Allen looked to the inside. Ledesma leaves the door open, plenty of room. And just waiting for Ethan Halsey talking on race control. There's been a couple of penalties issued mid-race. There was a couple of issues that we were keeping tabs on through our technical difficulties portion. And Alvarez, Ledesma, Allen. Austin Diltz, Ramon Vasquez in 42nd. Jose Ramirez gets by Brian Coxen. Coxen pits. So through the field, Nick Vincent off the track in the 12th. He is in 48th position, last on the field. What happened to Coxen? So apologies there. He's still in the pit lane. He was dropping down my order like something had happened. Darius Timms in 34th, battling Nathan Kretchmer. Kretchmer won last week in Monza. I know we had those issues there. We thought Kevin Fanning won. Kretchmer won AM last week, and we talked about at the end, middle of last race show, that this series is totally unpredictable, right? Kretchmer's 32nd overall. He is buried in the AM class field after winning last week. So such a topsy-turvy thing that we have had. I think we've got pictures back, so hopefully we can then get Victor Vallee back in a moment. But I'll still take care of it. Angel Ledesma, great run off the corner. These three are less than a quarter of a second between each other as we end lap 16. Allen got a good run off at 12. Does he look to the inside into the first corner? Alvarez leads, Ledesma leads Allen. Edgar Ruiz sneaking into the picture here as well if these three begin to battle. Last lap for Alvarez, 1 minute 19.569, 1 minute 18.945 for Ledesma. Ledesma was 0.6 up on, Alvarez the last time around. Corey Allen, 18.8. So the lap times are coming through. Ethan Halsey has finally caught up to Caleb Aguilar and disqualified him from the session as he was supposed to not even take the grid. Bacadis battles, Morgan Smith pits. There's no battle there to be had as everyone rolls through. As the timing is stopped on Caleb Aguilar, So he is now off of the track. Like we had mentioned earlier on, there is a big issue happening right now with iRacing rendering 48 different headlights and all different various geometries. It's the night racing here on iRacing that causes a little bit of an issue. So we're trying to work on it behind the scenes. Shout out to our man Bryan Sawyer, jumped in, helped Victor behind the scenes to get our pictures back, but we can at least have this. Thanks for being patient. Thanks for hanging with us on the Automotive Sports Network. Hector Alvarez leads by 0.3 of a second over Angel Ledesma. Alvarez was up by 0.3 the last time around. So I think there was a mistake made by Alvarez in the race lead the last time around as we begin lap 18. Down the S's, up the S's, through turn 5. Down the straightaway to 6 and 7. Kind of a banked turn 6 and hard into turn number 7. Braking zone. As right now we are looking, let's take a look and see the car number 70. And one car around, it's Nick Vincent again from last. As car number 70 we focus on is Hector Alvarez, the race leader. And now we have as Alvarez leads ahead of Ledesma, ahead of Allen. That running order has not changed. As pictures might be a little bit mismatched from the audio, so if I don't, we could even take those off if we can. Still trying to figure out these issues. Wanchi Rakenna exits the pit lane, flashing the lights, and comes across. And Ledesma loses the second spot. Corey Allen battling him. And Ledesma flashing the lights. Like I said, we're a little bit behind on stream. Ledesma loses it. I would be losing it inside that car because he loses second and third to Allen and to Ruiz. As we're taking a look now, like I said, apologies, a little bit delayed on stream, but basically a replay of what just happened. As Rakenna just comes out of the pit lane in 23rd in front of the leaders. Not sure what's happening there. So I think we might be back, Victor. Otherwise, I think we're a little bit delayed here. I'm not entirely sure what you want me to follow, but we're going to figure it out together. Justin Robichaux in the pit lane in 32nd. Had to back up into his pit stall. As we still look at the race leader, is Edgar Ruiz on timing. So let me try and find Alvarez. And Alvarez crests the hill, and he heads to the pit lane in the 70. And now on the limiter is the 70 heading down the pit lane. Victor, I wonder if you're back as we take a look at our points leader. Victor's not back yet, so he tumbles down the order as we're no, I have nothing internally, just so you know. So we currently look at Corey Allen in the 75. He is behind, or was behind, not sure entirely who that one is in the Corvette. That's the 38, it looks like. And the so Edgar Ruiz leads ahead of Austin Diltz. Dylan Clark so everything is still a little broken here this evening, and like I had mentioned, with 48 cars, it's not going to play nice with the technical stuff that we have to work with our streams. So Edgar Ruiz leads ahead of Miguel Colon, Manuel Sandoval, Jose Ramirez, Christian Oquendo, Jesse Coffey, Alvarez, Ledesma, and Allen. So Alvarez is in the, I guess I would say, the net lead once these guys exit the pits, but the top three are still all over each other. Still not figuring out what happened to Wanchi Rakenna and Palermo in front of the leaders, and Allen looks to the inside of Ledesma. This is for the second place. As, let me... My stuff's having another issue, so apologies for that one. As Miguel Colon now up front as we take a look at Ruiz, and he is behind. That's one of the cars here. So this is Edgar Ruiz in the 80. Heading down to the pit box.
And gives the lead back to Miguel.
As Cologne yet to pit in the 51.
We see him out there circulating on track.
Over the crest, and then down the straightaway. I'm just trying to find the 51 of Miguel Colon. Like I said, yet to pit. And he is stuck behind Chris Wilkie in the McLaren in the number 3.
Yeah, and he's losing a lot of time here, Josh. So we'll see what happens here.
As like I've mentioned numerous times today, apologies for a little bit delayed on our feeds here. Having some technical difficulties, and like we had mentioned with 48 cars, Vic. Hopefully, I think you're back. We have had a crazy show. Like I said, profusely apologize, but 48 cars on iRacing and at night, and it's rendering everything. It's just not.
Yeah, it's not a
nothing
pretty
is working
sight.
well.
And we just have to. I gotta give a shout out here to Bryan Sawyer. Went above and beyond to help out here tonight to get live pictures of everybody.
So, Ron Wall in the 429 exits the pit lane. He is in 27th. So this puts. I think this puts.
It's gonna put Alvarez back to the lead. And we have Allen and Ruiz battling here. Or Lesma, excuse me. For second.
We look through the S's, and I have to do things completely different to pull up my feed. Ledsma and Allen, they have been dicing through traffic. Ron Woe stays out of the way in the 429. We saw Wanchi Rakenna, or at least I thought we saw Rakenna, come out of the pit lane and just get in the way of these guys. And honestly, I'm not sure on blue flags here in TORQ, but it was just very confusing, Vic.
Yeah, I mean, if he's already lapped out, I don't really understand battling like that, but I mean, I guess they're entitled to that according to the rules, but I'm not exactly sure.
So, the good news is, well, I was going to say my timing, the way it works now is it's updating very slow with all these issues that we're dealing with. So Hector Alvarez, let's see, crosses the line to end lap 23. And he is in the lead.
Back here to this battle for 7th, and that's about 12 cars under a blanket here, Josh. This is an incredible battle back here.
And this battle has been raging all night long. We've had so many cars battling for these positions. Brian Coxen in the 23, Manuel Sandoval, Carlos Ramos, Dan Carrito. Carrito made a diving move into the first corner and took a couple places, but we've got several cars through the... And Dylan Clark not happy. Because I know we can't hear that, but Dan Carrito and Dylan Clark are arguing over the scanner.
Yeah, and Dylan Clark way down the order here. So I think he may have gone off here.
As Ron Woe in the 429, has spun and tried to pull up another car that had an issue. Oh, that's what happens. So 429er Ron Woe pulled out onto the track in front of traffic and caused that issue. Michael Odell, if we could pick them up. Delgado, Odell, and Carrito for the 10th spot. Odell comes across in the braking zone on Delgado. And Carrito looked to the inside. This is for, like I said, the 10th position. One car to the fence! It's Sandoval. He came across into the racing line.
Oh,
hopefully we caught that. Up. And this has been not only a crazy race for us, it has been a crazy race for the drivers. It's under the lights here in Road Atlanta. And they talked about a supermoon on the Chicago News yesterday. It's a full moon. Let's blame it on that. As Delgado to the inside of Odell.
And you know what, Josh? I'm going to give you a little bit of information here, too. I wonder if these drivers are struggling with the conditions as well, with the CPU usage with all these lights. I mean, that could be a really big issue.
Especially for... To simplify it, really, yeah, you're watching, obviously, the pictures, and it pulls a lot of resources for this, but when you're in the car, it's also I could be crazy talking right here, but I've noticed when you're in the car, it uses a lot more resources for the in-car and all the lights and everything like that. So
And the mirror.
could be,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Could be having some more issues. Angel Ledsma passes Tyler Crow. So this is the battle for second. As
He's right there.
Ron Woe got black flagged. Guillermo Ziguenza not happy over the scanner. I cannot interpret the language that he's speaking, but he's not happy. One car off the track. Piquetas gets out of the way of the leaders. And Vic, I don't know. I agree with the CPU usage, but just Road Atlanta is a crazy track. But I mean, we see it in IMSA in real life. It's just maybe just skill differences potentially we've noticed in the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I mean, it's 48 cars out there, so I mean, you have a lot of drivers with a different skill base here. I mean, most drivers are in that 4000 iRating gear at the top of the field. Alvarez and Ledsma both over 4000 iRating. But as you move down the field, you have a couple guys out there with triple-digit iRatings, and
Allen slipstreaming down the back straightaway. This is the battle for second as Alvarez out and away from these two. To the inside goes Corey Allen, the winner from Daytona. Deep on the brakes, can't get him clear, still side by side. In the second phase they touch! Ledsma hit the curb, washed out wide. Allen passes him down the crest of turn 11 into 12. Lap 27 beginning.
should be able to pull away here. He seems to be the faster car between these two.
Carlos Ramos black flagged from race control from Ethan Halsey. Not sure what's happening with that one either. It has been a messy evening here in Road Atlanta. As we still look at Corey Allen versus this is Angel Ledsma. As Ledsma was leading, the big thing here is Angel Ledsma was out and away from the field. And McKenna came out of the pit lane and interfered and nearly took out Ledsma from the race lead. And now it's 2.6 seconds.
Yeah, and we're going to watch this battle back here. This is Sosa and Oquendo for 14th. Oquendo seems to be the faster car, trying to get around him.
As Sosa and Oquendo. Sosa in the AM class. He currently leads in AM. And he's got a healthy margin over Ramon Vasquez. One car off the pace. It's Ricardo Delgado. That was from the 9th position in the 0-3.
Yeah. I say he had yet to pit, Josh. He was out there 27 laps. Same for Goddard. I'm not sure about that.
As Sosa leads, Delgado leads Oquendo. I'm taking a look. Has the battle for second continued? And Hector Alvarez has Darius Timms and Aaron Holroyd for company to get through. And then he has to get through Steven Ryan. So 3 lapped cars for the race leader. And Corey Allen is, according to timing, 2 seconds off of the lead. So this, and the thing is, Vic, it's not like the blue flag issue with Rakowski. These guys battling for position. Like I said, I'm not familiar with the blue flag policy entirely in TORQ. But if you're Timms or Holroyd, you don't want to move over for Alvarez.
No, certainly not. And especially with this much left of the race to go, you got another 7 minutes. That's a lot of time.
As we still look at, that is the 0-3 of Delgado.
And back up to Alvarez here, and you see Timms right in front of him there. That's
to the outside in the 11 and 12 onto the curve. Alvarez, I wouldn't be pushing like this.
I mean, the thing is, though, Josh, you just lost 4/10 the last lap to Corey Allen. I don't know. Like, I think you got to go. You got to push it.
Ledsma's keeping Allen busy, though, Vic. So, I mean, that's such a tough thing because I see where you're coming from. Obviously, you've got the second and third guys bearing down on you, but also you can't take risks like this with Holroyd, with Ryan. You've got 2 lapped cars. Realistically, if he gets by them, I don't know if he'll catch Fozzie Fazillo by the end of the race. Holroyd, does he get out of the way of the race leader?
Got that
Allen and
Mustang
Ledsma
right
battling.
there as well.
That's Stephen Ryan in the 36, right in front of the race leader. Or sorry, the 36 in 42nd place. So, like we've mentioned, and I know I'm apologizing profusely, but we never want to have a broadcast that has issues like we've had the last couple weeks. Like I said, growing pains here on the Automotive Sports Network with all these cars. It's been Victor Vallee. Shout out to Bryan Sawyer helping us figure out these issues. My name is Josh Mertz here for the TORQ Sports Car Series. 5.5 minutes left to go. Hector Alvarez took the lead on a really a tense battle through lap traffic, and it was with Corey Allen and Angel Ledsma. Alvarez has 2 lapped cars of Aaron Holroyd and Darius Timms between him and Allen in second. And Victor Vallee, Hector Alvarez just needs to dispatch the 36 Orion here.
He absolutely
and he's
does.
Nearly clear sailing.
And we look at Corey Allen back here, down to 1.5 seconds to gap now.
But now, Allen's going to have to get through all 3 cars with Ledsma on his rear wing. Allen to the inside. If you're Alvarez, you got to set sail with just under 5 minutes left.
Yeah, you can see him way up the track now. Alvarez trying to pull away. No traffic in front of him, I don't think.
As now Ryan stays out of the way. Timms, Allen. Allen splits the middle. Let's try and focus on the second place man getting through this traffic. Timms comes across into Ledsma. It holds up Ledsma, benefits Allen. And apologies that we have not been able to keep an eye on the rest of this 48-car field. Wilton Palermo and Nathan Kretchmer. This is for 33rd. If we could pick this up, Kretchmer to the inside. Last week's AM winner. The last quarter of the field in the 43 down the order.
And Josh, Corey Allen's gotten by all the lap traffic already. So it's Alvarez versus Allen out at the front. Who can put down faster lap times?
As we've got people in ASN chat not happy with the calls, with race control. So much stuff is happening under the full moon here on the Automotive Sports Network. And if you like what you see, and apparently even like what you see / heard, words are hard, like and subscribe. Sunday, Monday, Thursday, Saturday. Jose Dolio, Chris Wilkie for 24th. As we still focus on Kretchmer in the 43. Dolio looking to the outside into the turn 10 chicane. And the 429 came across, and people not happy with the move that he made on that rejoin. So as Alvarez, Allen, as we look at, is this the 46 of Jose Dolio?
Yep, with Wilkie right behind. Let's see. Just got around him here for 24th. Should be able to pull away.
As my
Best
speed
on track, Josh. It's going to be Coxen Odell for 7th. These guys bumper to bumper. And then you have Sosa Aquendo, Coffee and Ramos down there in 14th as well, battling pretty hard.
As we are close to taking the last couple laps of the race. And just an update on our race leader, Hector Alvarez. He leads, unless did we just lose him on the session? We did not. As we currently look at Brian Coxen in the McLaren. Remember, he moved from the Corvette to the British Marquis.
And Josh, he's stuck behind this Corvette here. And he has Michael Odell breathing down his neck. I mean, I think the biggest thing here tonight is that lap traffic has been playing such a factor in the top 10 battles.
As Vasquez, we've got Kretchmer, Crow. This is all for position for them. But Coxen, like I said, on the lead lap compared to these guys off of the lead lap.
And he is desperately trying to get around. You can see that car squabbling and squiggling. And you have Odell right there in that Mustang. I don't I don't know what you do here if you're Odell. If you try to make that move and pressure him, or do you just wait for him to make the mistake?
Just an update for the leaders. Alvarez up front. He caught Fozzie Fazillo. Corey Allen has to get through Donnie Heineman first. And Alvarez flashing the lights. And to the inside goes the 70. As we still look at Coxen battling with these lapped cars.
We're going to pick up Alvarez here in just a moment.
As I believe we are coming to the white flag.
3 wide right there with Coxen and Odell. And then we're going to go to Alvarez here. Coming to the white.
As we pick up our race leader, Hector Alvarez, through the chicane as he goes over the crest. Onto the white flag here in Road Atlanta. And another pit stop rotation issue, but this time it was with a lapped car of Wanshi Rakenna from what we witnessed. And really flipped the script on this battle. And while the Automotive Sports Network team had some broadcast issues, I couldn't imagine if any one of these guys on track were having connection issues because of all these cars. A capacity field, again, here in the TORQ Sports Car Championship. As Alvarez passes Zachary Goddard in 23rd. So half the field, a lap down here in Road Atlanta. And remember, this was with a single file start.
Yeah. A lot of these guys kind of got trapped back there. Were stuck when it went green in the chicane thereabout and even further back.
As now down the back straightaway and into the final chicane. Hector Alvarez through the chicane, over the crest, and survives the chaos in the darkness here in Georgia and wins round 3 in Road Atlanta. Allen second. Third will be, I think it was Ledesma, Ruiz, and Colon, the top 5. So
we saw Odell there on the grass coming across the line, trying to get everything he could. Had Ramirez actually get by him there right at the end.
As we're going to do kind of quick interviews from the top 3, and Rafael Sosa won in the AM class in the 50 from what I can see, impressively over Jose Dolio. And that is by 30 seconds, it looks like, ahead of Dolio.
I think that's over 30. Actually, right at there, 32 seconds, Josh, yeah.
So, let me try and bring in... We're going to do one-question interviews because I'll be transparent. I dealt with so many issues, it's hard to recall what had actually happened. So we're just going to wait for our interviews. And Ethan, I think we have frozen on the pictures.
We certainly have.
And as 48 cars once again took part in this race. Caleb Aguilar was able to sneak on track, but he got disqualified promptly in the 15 as everyone returns to the pit lane. Not sure if we can pull up a graphic for it, but we'll at least confirm the top 10. Hector Alvarez, Corey Allen, Angel Ledesma, Edgar Ruiz, Miguel Colon, Austin Diltz, Bryan Coxen, Jose Ramirez, Michael Odell, Dan Carrito, top 10. Then Rafael Sosa wins in the AM class. Victor, I'm going to be honest, are we actually set up tonight with all of our issues for some interviews? We also haven't
be able to.
We also haven't had... there we go. So whenever you are ready, we could probably go ahead and move people.
Yeah, we should be able to do that right here.
So you are all ready then?
Should
I'll
be.
pull in Angel Ledesma in the 38. I just want to make sure that they can hear us externally. Angel, you got us?
Yep, all good.
Alrighty. So give me 2 moments here, and then we will go ahead. They can hear us. It has been a crazy night for us. We've had so many issues. I want to know from your point of view. 48 cars under the lights. How was your race? Talk me through it.
Yeah, it's okay. It's a bit hard to race in such a small track, so many cars. You can't really control it, so it's fine.
As I think while we were dealing with our issues, I think it was Rakenna that came out in the middle of the lead battle. I could be off base here, but I guess talk me through that because I think you had lost the lead due to that.
No, I feel like I had a few moments with traffic, which is part of racing, you know. It's what it is. I don't want to be the guy taking them out, so gotta lose some pace. Gotta slow down a bit to let them, do their thing. And unfortunately, people behind me will just come around. So but it happened a few times. The traffic was really hard to deal with.
All right, my friend. Anyone you'd like to thank for your 3rd place result tonight?
Uh, no, I'm not gonna talk any smack. I'll get. I guess the bike racing team, we are probably the best sim racing team in Latino America. So you'll hear from us in the future, and the winner here will also, he'll mention it to you. So hopefully we catch a really good one next time.
All right, my friend. Good run. We'll see you in Montreal.
Yep.
We got Corey Allen brought up in here, and I'm going to mention the same question to everybody. We've had so many issues tonight on our end. I couldn't imagine what it's like for race control and what it's like from the driver's seat. Talk me through your race.
Very chaotic. Also, hello again, because I'm back. So it's the first time for that. But yeah, it was very chaotic. A lot of lap traffic towards the end. Felt like we were in prototypes again, because like just the amount of traffic that was there and how many people had to cut through, it made it really tough because we're all the same category. So 3 wide in a bunch of places, having to move people. Yeah, it's insane. It's like towards the end there, it's got to a point where I was like 1.6 seconds behind. I thought I could win this if I play traffic right, but wasn't to be, unfortunately.
As I had just mentioned to Angel, while we were dealing with our issues, I thought that I caught Wanchi Rakenna coming out of the pit lane and like kind of interfering with that battle. I could be off base. I just recall him coming out, slotting himself in, and there was some chaotic racing to echo your point. I just wanted to hear your thought process on that.
I could tell you exactly what happened. So I saw him come out of the pits and just immediately just got right in front of Angel or whoever that was. He just got right in front of him and just like stopped essentially because you're going into turn 3. So he just essentially just stopped, and it was like, what the heck, because we all got stacked up, and then I think something else happened early in the race where I got side by side with Angel, and we bumped a little bit. We hit a little bit a couple times throughout the race. But yeah, that pit exit, I think that's what ultimately costed me and Angel so much time because we dropped back to about 2.5 seconds after that happened. So there's no
Alrighty,
hard
my
feelings
friend.
about it, but it's good. It's a good race overall.
Looking at the points, I think you and Hector were battling, so you might drop a few points. But anyone you'd like to thank for your 2nd place tonight?
Everyone at EHM and just everyone in the race for having such a good race. This is the best track on iRacing in my opinion. So I'm happy we had a very good race here.
Alrighty, my friend. Good run. We'll see you next week in Montreal.
Yep. See ya.
And we got Hector Alvarez, man of the hour. And I've been asking everyone this same question. Talk me through the chaotic race because we had our issues internally on ASN. 48 cars on track, so much happening, some pit stop issues. How are you? And yeah, talk me through your race.
Well, I'm good. My PC isn't. I don't think I saw more than 70 frames in this race. It
So
was
you dealt with the
horribly.
same stuff we did. Okay.
Yeah. Luckily no crashes. I think I heard someone tell me I was blinking, but yeah. Other than that, it was a pretty chill race. Angel there was pretty much taking the lead, fuel saving. I was fuel saving behind him, and I believe Corey was doing the same. He made one mistake, which I capitalized on, and I think after that he got some traffic coming out of the pit lane, which is unfortunate, and it kind of built a gap between us. But other than that, the race was going on pretty well, and it was pretty fun, very tight, so challenging, which I enjoy.
The word of the night is chaotic, for sure. You came in with the points lead, I think, by 3 over Corey. It should extend the points lead. So, what are your thoughts as we get into the mid-season here with the points and everything like that?
Well, I'm not sure how much of a chance I have. I missed Daytona. If
There is
it
a drop
keeps
week.
There's a drop. Okay,
Yes.
then hopefully I can keep on bringing the good results. Then.
Yes, because coming into tonight, you were 3 points ahead of Corey Allen in the championship. With this win, you'll obviously pull him. I can give you a completely rough, unofficial. It's 5 points to first to second, so you'll probably be like 8 or 10 points ahead going into Montreal. So much different racetrack next week. Completely flat chicanes, 48 cars on that track. It's going to be interesting. Anyone you'd like to thank for your win this evening?
Yeah, so big thanks to our main sponsor here. He's also one of the drivers, Manuel Sandoval. I love Manu Play. I've heard he had a really good race with Carlos there in the radio. So hopefully they had some fun and are, talking it out in the Discord. But big thanks to him, and then as well to my teammate Josue, who I think this was his first race in this season. So. I saw that he went from P19 to P8, so good job to him as well.
Alrighty, my friend. Good race this evening, and we'll see you next week in Montreal.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Alrighty, Vic. I think it's been such a crazy evening. I think we can get some final thoughts and button this one up. Unless I've lost you.
Oh, nope. There we go. But yeah. No, I mean, I agree. It's been an insane night, and I mean, I really don't know what to think here, Wow.
I agree. It
Yeah.
sounds very uninformed and just
Yeah.
not sure what to say, but I mean, I totally agree on that one. We're going to go over some programming notes. I know we don't have a graphic for it because
Should.
we're dealing with some issues. You can notice the top 12 on the classification there. Alvarez, Ledesma, Reese, Cologne, top 5. That's our classification. As we take a look at our programming notes, NASA Rallycross Supercars from Crandon on Saturday. Kieran Lifflander, Evan McFarland have been dueling all season long. Did some little stat searching today, stat nugget searching, and Evan McFarland has the chance, granted we're only halfway through, chance to be the youngest 3-time NASA Rallycross Challenge champion by a considerable margin if he can close it out. So we'll just have to see how that happens over the next couple weeks. NASA Rallycross Futures and Lights from Navarra in Spain for the Gymkhana round of the Endurance Cup. 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. Supercars 2 p.m. on Saturday. NASA Rallycross Contenders in Navarra. That'll be Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Supercars, I should mention, it's been a long night. Myself and Bryan Sawyer on Saturday. Ethan Halsey, Victor Vallee Sunday, Justin Robichaux, Bryan Sawyer Monday, and our next round for the TORQ Sports Car Series in Montreal next Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Cameras all season on ASN, brought to you by Whiplash SimCams. Be sure to check them out at facebook.com/WSimCams. Thank you, Andrew Cardinale IV, for your camera support. It has been immense with making us look like we know what we're doing, except when we have graphical issues.
Yes.
If you like what you saw tonight / heard, I know you heard me more than you saw anything. Again, so apologies and thank you for hanging with us. Be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Ring the bell to be notified of our live streams on Sunday, Monday, Thursday, Saturday, along with our short-form video content courtesy of Jess Rakowski. Want to give a shout-out to Josh Darnell helping us build the ASN TV USA website. If you head to that link, you'll get a page on how to contact us, but we're going to have a wonderful fleshed out site in the coming days, coming weeks, courtesy of our friend Josh Darnell. And Victor, you kind of summed it up by not summing it up at all.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that one. So the checkered flag has fallen on such a chaotic evening tonight. From all of us at the Automotive Sports Network, from Jess Rakowski, Bryan Sawyer, Justin Robichaux, Cody Erdman, Ethan Halsey, and Victor Vallee, my name is Josh Mertz. We hope you enjoyed tonight's coverage of the TORQ Sports Car Series tonight from Road Atlanta. We congratulate both of our winners, and be sure to join us next week in Montreal. But until then, so long, everyone.
All right.